Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to be here. I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to this very interesting and valuable conference. I would like to share with you some ideas about the faculty change. I'm working as a head of the department. My department is 220 staff members, 2,000 students, so it's almost like a faculty in some universities. So I'm discussing based on my experience how we have organized in Finland, in the University of Helsinki, the faculty change. I think that based on my experience okay, first some kind of outline. One slide or two slides about the context where I am coming. It's difficult to understand our approach to faculty method change if you do not know anything about our context. And then I would like to underline the strategical things. At our university we are we think it's very important to have a strategy. It is not coming outside. We are just making it. It's kind of process. That is something that we trust is the way how to organize things. And then is the implementation. It's not enough to have a strategy to implement it. And that is not enough to implement it. You need also the online continuous assessment, how it is working. And you have to do it yourself. We are not looking for somebody outside coming for assessment, but we are making it ourselves. So our context, this is the scenario in Finland just now. It's very cold, a lot of snow, totally different as here. Finland has been nominated as the world best country by Newsweek 2010. And in quite many other places Finland has been said that it's a good country. The students are achieving high results in the PISA. Our economy is running quite well. We have the equality is very important issue in our policy everywhere. Our population is small, and you should understand that when I am explaining how we have done things. It's only 1/3 of the population here in Kuya. Unemployment is 5%, but you have better here. It's only 1 here in your country. That's very successful. University of Helsinki is traditional university. We have almost 40,000 students, 7,000 staff members, 11 faculties, 4 big campus areas, and we are running different kind of exchange programs. We have 3,000 international students over 100 from over 100 countries. And instruction languages are our 2 domestic languages, Finnish and Swedish, and also English. We have in our strategy different kind of descriptions how we are looking for internationalization. We are running international master level programs. PhD studies can be done in English. We have 300 international students from, as that I already mentioned, and we have also quite many international teachers and researchers. And I'm coming from the Department of Teacher Education. That is another department at the Faculty of Behavioral Sciences. And actually what I'm telling you now, it's quite challenging to run faculty change and student change at the Department of Teacher Education, especially if you are discussing in the context of Europe. In many European countries, teacher education is organized mainly in polytechnics or applied universities in 3-year programs. But in Finland, teacher education has been organized in traditional universities over more than 40 years. We have had a master level degree for all kinds of teachers. So it's a very new area. And what we have done in the field of internationalization, it is not the same what the physicist has done during the last 300-400 years. So it's a new area, and maybe this new area as such would be a good example for those who are just now planning how to start internationalization, because we have faced these problems in teacher education in Finland. And it is not so challenging in other fields because they have a longer tradition. So the strategy is important, and this is something that we start thinking from the strategy. We are planning it together, and it's like a process. This is shortly our strategy. Our mission in the whole university is that we are for the society, and we are excellence for society. We are looking that we should be among the 50 best universities in the world. It's a very challenging aim we are having. We are in the Shanghai list nowadays. We are about in the 70th place among the 100 best universities. And our idea that we are having only 4 big aims. And one is this leading university in all fields. And the second big idea is responsible for society. And under those big aims, we have more strictly action plans. Research and teaching infrastructure of an international standard. This is an example of the action plan. And this another example is the recognition and support of top quality research. And the 2 other big aims are, one is that the working place, the university should be a nice place to work. The well-being of teachers and researchers and students should be high. And then we have to look for financing and how we use money. So these are the 4 big aims, and if you look carefully, you can find several places, ideas, what kind of aims or actions we are planning for internationalization. So our university supports international research, is an open meeting place, is actively recruiting international staff and students, and promote international exchange programs. So this was the strategy, and this is the starting point. And we have the university level strategy, and then every department should also make an action plan. And that should be made very collaboratively, together with the staff members. Then let's have a look for how we are implementing the plan. In our way, how we make the strategy and action plan and how we implement, I have collected here the kind of main ideas. We trust the shared leadership. I, as a head of the department, I take care of the big issues. Then I have another person for teaching issues and other for research issues and so on. The goal orientation and collaboration are most important characteristics of the leadership. And then we have also very clear structures in administrations. Collaborative design, allocation of resources according to the plan, and then continuous assessment. They are the important ways how we implement the strategy. An action plan is a process, and an assessment is for improvements. We are not thinking that assessment is for punishment, it is for improvement. And that's why we are not having any external assessment. We are only ourselves responsible for assessment of our activities. This is an example how I introduce staff members where we are now in the research. You can see that referred articles have been, the number of referred articles has increased during years 2008 and 2010. And this is just the starting point for discussion, where we are now, what we should do next. Research is maybe the main way how to organize faculty or staff member change. We have quite many research projects funded by the external money. And typically nowadays, European Union is funding our research, and if you get an European Union funding, then you should collaborate with other countries and other researchers. This is something when you are writing an application, you should demonstrate very carefully how you are collaborating. Then our Finnish own Science Foundation and Technological Science Foundation, they are not giving any money if you are not describing how you are collaborating with other researchers from other countries. And then we have also Nordic money, and our own ministry is also giving money for research. But they are the natural way how to collaborate and how to increase the staff members' change and collaboration with other researchers from other countries. Assessment is important, as I mentioned. Every year I collect the data, how many staff members have visited different places, and then we discuss what kind of progress we have had. And these are some information. Teaching change. Our staff members going to another university, it happens about 30 times a year. You remember that we have about 150 to 200 staff members. So not so many is going teaching to other universities. And research change happens 50 to 100 times through those research projects and other research activities. We have those international master degree programs, but in our faculty, unfortunately, we do not have yet. We are just now planning Finnish pedagogy master level program, and that will be implemented during the next year. Doctoral studies, they are very international. We are a small country. In my own field, science education, we do not need so many doctors, and it's not possible to educate for our own capacity those doctors. So we are doing collaboration with other researchers from other countries. So all the doctoral programs are organized in English, and students are able to write in English but also with domestic languages. A PhD student is a member of a research group. International collaboration and participation in the conferences are essential. Academic writing courses are organized frequently, and we are writing papers in a research group together with PhD students and publishing them in international journals. The studies takes 4 years, and we have also a parity system so that there are levels in academic life. First you are a PhD student and then you continue. And then my last idea is to introduce you one example. I think this is quite successful, what I am now telling you, how we organize PhD education with German professors in the field of science education. But first, this is kind of list what kind of collaboration we have had in addition to those research projects. We are having networks. In the Nordic countries, we are having Nordic networks financed by the Nordic Research Foundation. Then we have Baltic collaboration, we have US collaboration, and the US collaboration money is coming from the science foundations. And this joint research training collaboration of Finnish and German graduate schools, this is something that I would like to say some more. And this is a long list what kind of activities we have now in my field, science education. The aim in this example I give now with this Finnish-German graduate school collaboration, the aim was to bring PhD students and supervisors together to take courses, write and present papers, evaluate papers, and activate students to academic activities. Students could learn from each other, and international supervisors have a certain role in the teaching and learning processes. Supervisors learn from each other, tacit knowledge is learned, especially the new softwares, how to analyze research data. It's very difficult to learn through reading a book, but you can learn from this kind of meetings. And also common research project started inside this collaboration. We organize 2 times a year a meeting during the last 5 years. Is an example of the meeting. It's like a conference. There are plenaries and paper poster sessions. But what is the essential, because this was a PhD training, the essential was that the students have to prepare something before the meeting. They have to outline their topic, they have to make a draft paper, they send the draft paper to the colleagues from other countries, they get feedback from the students, and this was we used a very fair review system in the student training. And then we also wrote careful guidelines how to write papers, how to make a poster, so the students were not alone. They get this kind of guidelines, and then they take support from the students inside the country and also from other countries. The paper presentation takes typically 1 hour. There were 20 minutes presentation. There were also the opponents. And what we find extremely important was the kind of 15-minute discussion after the session, where the chairman of the session, the supervisors and the opponents were discussing together what we learned from this kind of session. So this was not a conference, it was PhD training. And what we find extremely important was the assessment. We like assessment, but we do not like external assessment. We would like to know ourselves and make ourselves the assessment. It was very important to follow how the process was going on and look how the students see our organization of the PhD training. And you can see that we have had some success, there are some fluctuations, but this kind of information was used in the meetings of the supervisors, and then we make things better. So now I have gone through my slides, but I would like to underline this. We need a strategy, then we need the implementation, we need a variation in the implementation, and then we need this online assessment. And then I think that this faculty change and also the students is very successful. Thank you.